Lemke.
And I'm Zoe Zerfus.
And we love Generations.
We love Generations. It's the best pizza ever.
And
we love these car shows.
And we love Keep Calm and Chaz on.
Keep Calm and Chaz on.
There you go. Thank you, girls. You just lay a mic right down there. That's all right, isn't it, folks? We got our own van of whites. There we go. Thanks, girls. Appreciate it. Hey, now you guys got to wear those shirts proudly now, okay? Think you can do that? Think you can wear those shirts proudly? All right. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, it's been about 10 days, I think, since we've been on. The last one we did up at Wilmington Auto Center, and it was a nice little deal they had going up there. Had a lot of neat door prizes, goodie bags, and things, and that day went real well. Since then, let's see, we've had the car show down at Georgetown, which wasn't real big attended, but there was really some sweet cars there. There was a 59 Chevy Cameo pickup truck. Just, oh my, it was really, really sweet. And my car even picked up a trophy that day. We got in the top 20. I don't usually do that, but I did it that day because they needed some cars, but it worked out all right. Then last Sunday we had the Sabina Park Car Show where we had 80 cars there, raised money for 3 local charities, the Christmas Rail Sabina food baskets, book bags for kids, and also we donated money to the American Cancer Society. And real nice weather. It's just been real hot here in southwestern Ohio. We're back at our old home here, Generations. Last time, like I said, we were at a different location. And I'm excited to tell you that the next couple of weeks here, Keep Calm and Chaz on, we're actually going to do all the filming. Yeah, this is this week's show, which will go on probably Saturday, Rick. This will go on because tomorrow we're going to be busy, right? So this show will be up Saturday, but tomorrow Rick, Roger, and I, we're heading to Mansfield, and we're going to go up to Candy Blazes. Candy Blaze has got her own hot rod shop up there, and up in Ashland, and she's a pin-up, but does body work and works on cars all the time. And we're actually going to do a show right from Candy Blaze's shop tomorrow, and it'll air next week. And then tomorrow afternoon we're going down to Mansfield to the old Ohio State Reformatory where they shot the Shawshank Redemption. I'll have more stuff coming up about it, but I'm really looking forward to it. The Ohio State Reformatory has lots and lots of events there every year. You can go ghost tours. They have car shows. They just had a big concert tattoo car show thing a couple weeks ago, and we're really looking forward to that, to check that out. Some car shows that are coming up. I've got a few flyers here with me, not a lot tonight. This Saturday here in Wilmington, and those of you who listen, around the country and aren't necessarily from this area, this car show is located at the Wilmington Air Park, which, if you remember, several years ago, Wilmington was in the news because DHL just took off out of here overnight, costing the community about 6,000 jobs. Well, anyhow, the air park's starting to build back up. Amazon's coming, and this car show, this is like, does it say it's the third one or fourth one? I'm not sure, it's the third or fourth one, but it raises money for a lot of local Wilmington charities, and it's held right at the air park, and it's called the Fast and the Furious. Lots of good door prizes, lots of stuff going on that day. Vendors, they have some haunted house people showing up. It's really cool, and if you're in the area, we'd love for you to come by. Registration is 9 to noon. The awards are at 3. It's $10. It's open anything on wheels, 50-50. They have pick-a-prize raffles, goodie bags. Chaz's DJ service obviously will be DJing it. They're trying to swap meet this year, and it's a good time. And if it's real hot, they do have an air-conditioned building everybody can go into. So it's a pretty neat deal. And then August 14th, this Sunday, we're going to be back out at Caesar Creek, the Caesar Creek Flea Market for the Caesar Creek Cruise. It's a $5 entry fee, and it's just a good time. You can go to the flea market, check all the stuff out there. We have door prizes. We get a top 10 and a couple of special awards. This one doesn't say how many trophies are given, but they are giving trophies at it. And this is a rain or shine car show, so I know the weather could be a little sketchy on Saturday, but both of these car shows this weekend are rain or shine. August 20th, we have a car show out here at the VFW in Wilmington. It's right across from the old drive-in theater in Lincoln Street. It used to be the Lincoln Street exit. It's on Lincoln Street. And it's always a nice car show, usually 60, 70 cars. And lots of nice door prizes, great food. The VFW always has great food. Then the 27th. The 27th, we're going to be in a myriad of places. I need to clone myself 3 times because we have 3 car shows that day. And somebody's calling me during my show. Let's see who this is, just for fun. Oh, it's a 1-800 number. Imagine that. Anyhow, on the 27th, we're going to be in Mount Sterling. A friend of mine is going to be DJing for me up there. And then we're also going to be, that's going to be downtown. There's a little dairy point downtown. And we'll be DJing that. And then we're also going to be DJing in Wilmington that day. Jeremy Slane's going to be doing the one in Mount Sterling. Bobby is going to be doing the one here in Wilmington at the Wilmington Eagles. And then Roger and myself are going to go down to the first annual Support Your Veterans Car Show. And this is down in Georgetown. This is registration 9 to noon, top or $10 donation, top 20 and 25 and specialty awards. And this is actually put on, I believe, by a local Chevelle club down there. And there's the flyer for it. It's a nice little cruise down to Georgetown. It's about 55 miles from here. They were the first ones that asked me, so I get to go down there that day. So, that's down Georgetown. And last but not least, we've talked about this, but this is coming up. This is not a car show, although there will be some hearses there, and there might be some zombie vehicles. This is, you guys want to make your vets zombie vehicles that day? This is going to be out at Caesar Creek Flea Market, September 3rd and 4th. We got Billy Martinez coming in for us, who's a great artist. We're going to have makeup clinics, how to distress clothes clinics. We're going to have a costume contest and all kinds of other things going on out there at Villain Fest. And that's a 2-day event. It's $3 a person or $5 a couple. And the charity of choice for this is it's going to be the local food pantry. So any monies we make from it, it's going to go right back to the community. All right, well, that's all I have on my own tonight. But I got 2 great guys here. And one's really looking good here. And you guys grab your mics here because I'm going to quit talking and start asking you guys questions. I've got Ronnie Hunt over here to my far right, and you're Mount Sterling, right?
Live in Washington Courthouse, work in Mount Sterling.
Work in Mount Sterling, lives in Washington Courthouse. I got Ed Taylor from Wilmington, and Ed, you're a slumlord, is that right? I'm just kidding, Ed.
Not at all. I do have some properties. They're all scattered around. Pretty much retired, don't do a whole lot anymore. Still enjoy the hot rods, fast cars. Mostly Corvettes. I've had them since '74. I guess that gives away my age, but
well, you're younger than me, aren't you? Yeah, right. You're younger than me. I just turned 52, so
you're only as old as you feel. I guess I'm still a pup.
I feel about 110. Well, guys, first of all, just why don't you go ahead and tell everybody what kind of car you have now, and tell anything you want about your car that you're driving right now. Your vet.
Okay, my past has always been Pro Street, blown, big block Chevrolets. Got out of it, got back into it. Now I've got a 2004 Corvette Custom. Got a lot of items on it that's not standard. It just stands out in the crowd a little bit more, but low mileage, 14,000 miles, 2004. I've had it about 1 year now. I've been to a lot of shows with it, and having a good time with it.
It's a neat car. I tell you, we'll talk more in depth about it, but one of the things I love about your car, I like some of the artwork that you've done in the engine compartment.
It's all carbon fiber. There's intake covers. There's LED lights on it. Custom exhaust wheels. Everywhere you look, you find something that's kind of unique to that car. It's the point where I don't think you can put any more on it without junking it up. Right now it's pretty much done. So.
Sweet, I like it. And the tires, those aren't the original tires.
They're 20-inch on the back, 19s on the front. The car appears to be lowered, but it's not. The ground effects, which are carbon fiber, makes it set low with the oversized wheels. So it's kind of got that lowered look to it.
It does. I thought it was lowered a little bit. Now, Ed, what's your car right now?
Right now I have a 2002 Z06. It's all original. Bought it in 2002. Still has original tires on it, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
But it's a fun little car. It's probably not fast for today's standards, but
fast enough.
I've been in Z06, and they're impressive.
Yeah, it'll.
Okay, let's just cut to the chase. How fast have you guys had these cars up to?
Well, just like my license plate says, it goes 55. But no, I've had some fun with it on side roads, but to say I go fast, I really haven't, truthfully.
Okay.
So I just enjoy the cruising.
So it's not 55 cube?
No, everybody says how fast they go. I just say, look at my license plate, it goes 55.
His license plate does say that. That's pretty funny. How fast have you had yours up to, Ed?
Mine also runs around 55.
You guys are so
in first gear.
Guys, okay, this is going to be interesting tonight. All right, so with go 55. And okay, so what kind of engines are in these?
I just have a stock LS1. They put headers on it, changed the exhaust, so I'm not sure what kind of horsepower. It's probably somewhere around 400, I would guess, but just basically it's a LS1.
LS1. Now what's that stand for? What's the LS stand for?
They got LS1, they got LS7, 6, just different years it's made. So
is that what it is? Yeah, just different years?
Yeah,
Okay. I wondered about that because I went to a car show last year. It was up near Columbus, Ashland, in that park. I don't know if you were at that one or not. But they have if you ever go to that, they have a separate categories just for Corvettes. They give like a top 50 or 75, whatever, everybody else. But then the Corvettes are all split off into different, like what you're just saying, like LS1, LS2. Now, I guess, what's the old, the first year vets were made was what? I want to say 53, okay, 50. I thought it was 53 or 54. I knew a guy that had one of those one time. Well, you probably knew him too, Herb Earhart.
Oh, most definitely Herb.
Yeah, Herbie Earhart.
Earhart Motors.
Sabina, yeah. I think he just eventually sold it. It was a 54 convertible.
Whatever happened to Herb Earhart?
Herb, him and my dad were like great friends. And he moved to North Carolina with his wife. Probably 10, 15 years ago. And he has since passed away.
Okay.
So
I always thought Herb was a pretty neat guy.
Oh, Herb was great. Yeah.
Yes, I've known him for years.
Yep. You probably did some business with him, didn't you?
In the past, quite a bit, yes.
Yeah,
it was a lot of years ago, though.
Yeah, with the banking and stuff. See, that's why this is good. You guys are getting to meet because, what's the name of the bank you work at?
Yeah, I work for the Milton Banking Company. Actually, Monday we just merged with Ohio Valley Bank in Gallipolis.
Okay.
This is in August will be my 40 years in banking.
40 years in banking, wow. Now, what's going to be the new bank's name?
It's still going to remain Milton Banking Company.
Still going to be Milton?
It's going to be a division of Ohio Valley Bank.
Oh, okay.
So it's just kind of a branding, a little bit different, but they're operating as a Milton Banking Company.
They got any great deals like on home loans or anything like that?
Yeah, we do the Freddie Mac loans, 30-year fixed. We have car loans, we have construction loans, we have basically everything all the banks have, web banking. We have them all. So.
Is it pretty easy to get loans now for rentals or not? It seems like for a while it was hard to get loans.
Any real estate currently right now is tough. With the market crash in 2008, the restraints they put on, the guidelines, the income, the credit quality, the property values, there's a lot of combinations you got to fit that puzzle before it works. But it works for it, yes.
A lot of hoops.
Yep.
I tell you, I like the old days of banking. And yeah, this goes right along with cars. You guys probably remember this too. You went into your local banker. Everybody knew everybody. Hey, I'd like to pick this car up. Tell him what to buy. And they either just say yay or no right there on the spot. You usually get an answer. Do you remember those days?
People used to call me home, say, I want to buy a car. I'm at a car lot. I said, write them a check. Just come and see me tomorrow, and I'll cover your check. You didn't worry about credit that time. You know you're going to pay me.
Well, you knew the people. That's the
exactly.
thing.
You don't do that now, though.
Oh, no. Yeah.
You used to be able to go in there and just sign your name and get whatever money you wanted. Wasn't an issue.
Those days are gone, long gone.
Oh, and that's a
I think it's
shame.
going to get tighter, too, with the regulations they have. The examiners just make it tougher. But as long as everybody meets those standards, and we're making loans every day, but just, there's a lot of good people out there.
There's a lot of hoops.
And a lot of people have misfortunes that we work around, and, we're a small community bank, and we operate that way. So, I mean, there's ways that we can help people that some other banks can't, so
keep that in mind if you're looking for a loan, because even though you're located in Mount Sterling, you can do loans anywhere.
Most definitely. We got Central High Valley joined with us. They got them in West Virginia, Southern Ohio, Jackson, Wellston, Mount Sterling, New Holland. So we got them. There's quite a few offices now.
Yeah, it's just amazing that the hoops. It's like teaching right now. This is going to be my last year of teaching, 31 years, and just from when we started to where we're at now, all these different tests these kids got to take, all these different things that government has got involved in school, and it's just a shame. It is. It's a shame. Well, guys, let's talk a little more about vets here. Let's get back, because you guys were a little bit older than me, but we can talk about a lot of stuff. Just a little bit, yeah. About 10 years, right?
Just a little bit.
Well, okay, now, we talked about the cars you're currently driving. What was your first car that you ever had? It was like a hot rod type car.
First thing I had was a Corvette.
Oh, really?
Went from a Corvette to a 23 T-bucket roadster blown 327 with nitrous on it. It was tubbed and pro-streeted. Then I ended up with a Monte Carlo, blown big block, nitrous.
What color was that?
It was blue. It started out turquoise, and I went blue with it.
Okay.
Got rid of that. Then I bought an 84 Corvette and tubbed it, getting ready to put a blower motor in it. But by being an 84, it wouldn't pass the E-check if I messed with it. So I went ahead and got rid of it so I can drive it on the street, because I was worried about the E-check taking it away off the street. So got out of the business, like I'm done with cars, and money pit, but the bike was still there. So I ended up building a 72 El Camino, blown big block, Pro Street.
I think I remember that.
Yellow.
I
sold it to a gentleman in Kingman, Arizona, and he had some health issues, ended up in a nursing home, and his sons sold the car. And in February 2014, it went across Barrett-Jackson auction.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's neat.
Yep. So.
You remember what it brought?
48.4. I got the documentation. Barrett-Jackson had my name all over the ad. I built it, so I got all my paperwork that shows it.
That's neat as heck.
Yeah.
That's neat as heck. Yeah. What about you? What was your first one?
My first one was a 73 Corvette Stingray, red with T-top. Had it for 6 months, wrecked it. Bought another 73 blue T-top. Then after that, I bought a 77 Stingray I ordered from the factory. Nothing real fast, just stock Corvettes is what I've had. I've had several. 78 Corvette L82. That one was black. After that was 85 Corvette, and 85 was rated as the fastest production car in the world at that time. Since then they made a lot faster, but sold that one, bought a 98 Corvette, yeah.
Dang, you guys had all kinds of Corvettes.
98 was black. Traded that in on a Sunday for a Z06 2002, which I'm currently driving.
You're in the market for another one there now, aren't you?
I'm looking for a 67 Stingray at the moment. But this Z06 is the fastest one I've had.
I know we can get a good loan.
I do too. That's always nice to know.
Really, Ronnie. I mean, people who are in street rotting, if you go to a banker and knows nothing about old cars or what they're even worth, you're probably going to have a harder time getting a loan like somebody would go to you and say, hey, Ronnie, what do you think about this, because you know what's going on with it. So this is good for streetcar guys to know, street rod guys, muscle car guys. I mean, so if you are in the market looking, Ronnie, he's on Facebook and he can leave me whatever information he wants to leave me. I don't want to tell you anything he doesn't want me to tell you, but, seriously, because that does make a difference.
Well, I've financed several cars in the past for people, but there's no true value on a car.
Yeah.
So out our back door, we got Jim Green, who's a National Street Rod Association member, and I've had him do appraisals and give us a certified copy on the street rod paperwork and shows the value of the car, and we make the loan based on those values, and we can justify it that way because it's a good value from a professional.
And you can get them insured too.
Yes, you can. As long as you got appraisal that shows the value of it, and the National Street Rod Association, and Jim gives us letterhead. That passes for the insurance companies too.
Yeah, Jim, he's been on the show before. I'm trying to think, what's the name of it? There's a certain insurance company. I think all insurances, Haggerty Insurance, just deals with, like street rod, muscle cars, but my normal insurance company does mine. Of course, mine aren't worth that much. Now, one thing you guys may not realize, I had a vet one time. But mine wasn't, I guess it probably wasn't that most desirable. It was a 78, 25th anniversary silver one. And I liked it, but I didn't like getting in and out of it just because.
Typical Corvettes, you got to fall in and roll out. That's just not the way they are. I mean, but once you're in them, they're good.
I had a 78. I had fun driving it. It was a good time driving it. But I gotta say, I have some room in my room. Like my hearse. So.
Well, I seen on Facebook, and I posted that said, I made it through Sabina without no tickets.
There you go. I'll tell you what. You gotta watch Sabina if you're in this area. We got all kinds of meth and heroin, but don't you speed. Don't you speed through Sabina. It's always been that way, isn't it? It's always been that way. Now, let's talk about this. Now, you guys obviously have a lot of cars. And what is and one thing that surprised me, when you kind of told me what you're looking for, you haven't told me, are you looking for anything new coming out or not necessarily, are you looking for a different car?
After I have a car for a while, it becomes a car. I always turn it for something different, but I've always had a niche for the blown big blocks, and I like the Pro Street look, which the Pro Streets are gone. It's like Pro Touring now, which is not my style, but every time I see a tub car, roll cage, blown, that's me. So I still someday hope to have something like that again, but in time I probably will. The vet, I can have it for a while, but I don't think it's going to be a keeper for me.
Right. So I tell you, I like your vet a lot, though. It's very cool. I tell you, the vet, I think, if somebody said, hey, you get a vet you want, and I always say this, and a lot of people don't like these vets, but I like the split windows. I think the split windows are just bad. I think they're cool as heck. You
got to have some dollars for that one. They're very
cool.
expensive. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell you when they get a split window.
I've looked at the split window, but the 63s are really nice. The really nice look. They don't have disc brakes, and the later year car you get, the more technology is in it.
Sure.
So I'm going for air conditioning, and it's just the 327, 350 horse.
Now, how many years did they make split windows?
1 year.
Is it just 63? I tell you, the only time I was in one was my math teacher at Sabina. A guy named Tom Shealy had one. I don't know if you know Tom. I used to be the basketball coach there. And his was pretty neat because I remember it was kind of like a gray, but then it had some multicolor, like some blue and white in it. It was a neat car.
They have lots of vets. There's a club in Columbus. They have a Corvette club up there that's huge. And I know I've never been able to attend it, those shows, but I think they have one recently at Cabela's in Columbus. I was hoping to go to that one, but Corvettes of all kinds. So
I like the split windows. I just think they're neat. Now, if somebody, and you might be able to help them out here, it's funny because some vets bring big money. But then there are a few years, I don't know, it must have been like Energy Crisis or E-Check time. There's a few years you can get them pretty reasonable. If somebody just wanted to get a vet, what would be a good, reasonable starter vet to get into?
I think the mistake vet they had was the 1984. They had that crossfire injection in it, which was a real problem. That's the one I had, making a Pro Street out of it, because I was going to take the motor out of it. I already had it tubbed, and so the 84 is definitely affordable if you want to get into one of those. I think the 93 is what is coming back strong now. It's like the burgundy, kind of almost like a plum color.
Yeah.
I think it's a 93 that says it's going to be a real desirable Corvette to buy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Okay. I knew there was like a few years. Well, it's like that 78 when I had it. Now I had it, probably 15, 20, I had it longer than that, probably 20 years ago. Shoot, I only give like $5,000 for it. That's 20 years ago, too. So today, they're probably worth more than that, I assume.
When I bought my first Corvette, 73, I think it was around $6,000. My second Corvette was around $6,000, another 73. And it was like you could buy these cars, drive them, and sell them for what you paid for it.
Yeah.
So back then, it was the cheapest car you could buy.
That's a good way to look at it.
Since then, they've gone to 100,000, and they're not the investment they used to be.
Well, the one guy that comes to our car shows in the white one, is that a 2016 or 15 or?
That's a brand new Z06.
Was he a Sabina?
Yes.
Did you see him at Sabina?
He was at Sabina with it, yeah.
Yeah, that thing. How much is that thing new?
They're around 100 to 110,000.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yep.
What kind of loan do you give somebody like that?
Usually 72 months to 84-month loan.
Really?
That's basically have a house payment when you get done.
Oh, it's bigger than probably than that. Yeah.
Short term.
Wow, 84 months for. I can't imagine.
The 77, I bought it new also, and the window sticker was 11,000 on it. I thought, man, that's a lot of money. A couple of years later, a Ford Escort was selling for 10. I thought that wasn't so bad after all.
No. Now, what's your guys' take on the safety of them? Because years ago it was always I still hear my dad today saying, when you get one of those vets, you get hit, it just blows apart and you're gonna die. Is that? They're not like that anymore, though, are they?
We were discussing that earlier. There was a guy in Washington Courthouse back in this had to be probably late 70s. Old Ted Warner gas station out on 35 across from Mac Tool. He had a Corvette sitting out there in a pile that he had wrecked, and it basically just exploded. I mean, it's just nothing but fiberglass, and the impact, the whole car just disintegrated. And they scooped up and shoveled and put it in a pile.
Wow.
So, it happens, but you don't hear that too often. I mean, fiberglass, it may wipe out the front end or back end, but in this case, it tore the whole car up. So, I mean, it's like any other car. You're gonna have severe damage in a fiberglass car.
Right.
It just shatters. But when you're driving it, you don't think of it. It's like an ordinary car. You gotta have common sense with it, but that doesn't say somebody's gonna hit you coming the other direction.
Well, there was a guy in here earlier. I don't know if you saw him or not. He one of his legs was gone. He had a vet, and he was talking to me about. I tried to get him to stick around for the show because he was telling me he was in the newer ones. It was like I think around your guys, it was 2002, 2004, and he got T-boned by a truck going about 50 miles an hour. Walked away from it. I mean, he said he couldn't believe how safe they were now. I mean, is that the case? I mean,
I don't know. I've never been around that kind of impact, but I don't feel threatened driving it. I'm not scared to drive it. That doesn't run across my mind.
Right.
So.
I guess they're like any car. The thing about these Corvettes, they develop speed so quick, and as far as holding up, I've wrecked some at some pretty good speed, and surprisingly enough, I've not gotten hurt in any of those wrecks.
Yeah.
The car was tore up pretty bad. Twisted the frame pretty bad on that first 73 I wrecked, but any car that if you got high speed, they're just not going to take it.
Well, it's like a motorcycle, basically, too. I mean, that's one thing that cracks me up. And Lonnie, this may be something you'd like to get involved in sometime if you like the roll cage and the blown engines. Out here, two or three times a year. And the next one's coming up, isn't it, Roger? They're going to have the Ohio Mile again out here. And these guys come in all over the country, and they go out there just flat out, just see how fast they go in a mile. But you're only allowed to go so fast if you don't have like a roll cage or a HON safety device. And what cracks me up is they tell the car guys that, but then the motorcycles and the crotch rockets, they just go right down through there, just a helmet. I'm like, what the heck, I mean, you got to make the cars do all this stuff. But that would be right. When they have that again, you ought to come down and check that out.
Where's that held at?
Right out here at the airport. They get them on one of the runways and just zoom.
Wow.
And every minute or so, somebody else is taking off.
Never heard of it.
And it's called the Ohio Mile. It's put on by the East Coast Timing Association, ECTA. Now, I tell you, I mean, you guys could bring your cars out right now and do it, but they're going to tell you, hey, guys, if you don't have this, this, and
safety
this.
equipment, yeah.
Now, I don't know, what year's Harvey's? You know who I'm talking about, Harvey's from Hillsboro, his Corvette, the blue and white one, I think it's got a blown engine. It's got the roll cage in it. The thing is loud. I think it's a late 60s or something. 60s, is this 69 vet? You guys seen it?
I'm familiar with it now.
Yeah, his wife drives a blue Chevelle. They've been out here before for the Generations cruise in. I bet you'd like that car.
Oh, I'm sure if it's blown, no doubt.
Yeah, well, and he's got a roll cage in it too, I think, doesn't he? You can hear that thing coming a mile and a half away. It's crazy.
I've never driven a car with a blown engine in it, but I can just imagine how exciting that would be.
But my El Camino and my Monte Carlo, they were both about 1,000 horse.
Wow.
And they were, very impressive, but, it's one you can drive all day long, but I drove back and forth Chillicothe, all the car shows, but as long as it's on the highway, it would run good, but the El Camino, it would have been a good parade car, because it ran cool at idle.
Really?
At a high speed, like from Washington Courthouse to Chillicothe, my temperature would rise, but as soon as I slow down, it would come back down because it was pumping water too fast to cool.
Oh,
so I had it set up, it would run great, but a blown motor, there's nothing like it, especially a big block blown, so.
Did you ever drag race any of those?
Never been on a track, nope.
Never? You never drag race?
Nope.
I can't believe that. Because it sounds like drag racing would be right up your alley.
I've been on the back roads with it, but that's...
Yeah. This Ohio Mile is not a drag race. It's just a timing thing.
But even on those back roads, I bet you didn't get above 55.
You're right.
And,
launch hard and get off quick.
And a lot of these guys that will come out here to the Ohio Mile, they do the salt flats. They'll go, there was people out there that day from New York, from California. It's crazy. I think you'd like
to
it.
Post it on your website. And
well, when I find out more about it, I want to get him on the show. I want to talk to the guy because that's going to be coming up fairly soon again, I think.
I've always wanted to go to the Bonneville Salt Flats. Never been there. I think that would be a real fun time.
Well, this is kind of similar. Because you see some whacked out cars too.
Wow.
You see some just cars that look like rockets or tubes. There was even a guy had a flathead tractor out there running it down. It's crazy. It is.
Post it so I can watch for it. I've never heard anything.
Well, and they got a Facebook page, East Coast Timing Association.
East Coast Timing?
Yeah, ECTA.
Okay.
ECTA.
Okay.
I see those cars around town, come weekends. You can tell they're set up for racing, and I figure that's where their head is, out the airbase.
I went out last time, me and Steve Bacone, and we was out there for about an hour and a half just watching them and talking to some of the guys. And, and there was this one guy, he had a really neat, it's like a 70 Cadillac. It had the cage in it, had some just freaking huge engine in it. And he was going, I can't remember, I don't want to tell you wrong, but for a mile, what would be fast? Like 20 seconds, 30 seconds? I don't even know.
I don't know what.
I don't even know what it would be. Anyhow, I think his is like low 20s or something.
Yeah.
Which I think that's pretty good for a mile.
Yeah, quarter mile stock car, you're probably around 10, 12, something like that.
This guy, of course, once they're going, but
Yeah.
yeah, the East Coast Timing Association, I'll try to find out the times on that, because if you're in the area and you never checked it out, they do charge you $10, but it's probably worth $10. Go in there and look at them. And plus, I get you into the pits, too, so you can go and check out what's the pits. But I think the bad thing about this next one is it's the same weekend as the Bonneville Soul Flats.
Okay.
So
The closest I've been to at the air base was when we'd done the car show out there. I'd done the burnout when I left, and then I went to Swina Park. You calmed me down and said no burnouts in this housing development area. So, yeah.
I don't care now. I love it now. I don't care more than that. That's the way they get in trouble because of our surviving.
Oh, yeah.
The way you see that.
Right.
I used to race them out there at the air base.
Did you?
When Al Wiseman was over that. The Corvette clubs, we'd run through the pylons, timing lights, but it was neat. You had the T-tops off, and you'd have sliding the car around, and the rubber off the tires would be smacking you in the face. Wow. So it was a good time. It's neat that they do that again. Things have changed over the years. Nowadays, you have Cadillacs run 200 mile an hour in the CTSVs, and who would ever thought you could buy a Cadillac with a 6-speed standard transmission in it and 4-door and run 200?
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, let's talk about car shows a minute. Do you like going to car shows or cruise-ins?
Both. I like the car shows, but the cruise-ins, you can just come and go when you want.
Except when you got to stay and do a show.
Yeah, car show, you stay, because I won the 50-50.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, a lot of them won 50-50.
$72, I think.
Dang, I tell you what. We should have made him buy tonight.
Well, I like the cruise-ins. Good music. Like you said, you can come and go. I'm not really interested in trophies. It's, it's the camaraderie, hanging out with some of the car guys, eating dinner, things like that.
Okay, let me ask another one. These I usually ask everybody. So, door prizes or trophies? Who would you rather win?
Oh, door prizes, by all means.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Trophies, you got to dust those off.
Yep.
I always get a few people that say trophies. Now, I will say this on their behalf, and I'm not a big trophy guy either, but there is one trophy I will never get rid of because it was just cool. We took my hearse, which my hearse is rough as a cob, and I'll tell myself that. No one has to tell me that. But it's unique. And we took it to Chicago last summer. And there's like 47 hearses there. And ours got like the restaurant pick.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. 47
That
hearses.
is cool.
So.
Yep.
I also like the dash plaques. They don't take up a whole lot of room. You don't have to dust them.
That's true. Well,
What's unique, though, we went to a balloon festival, and there was a couple other shows. They gave clocks away. If you got a garage, hang the clocks and had to have your DJ business advertising in the background, and they just look nice in the garage. I got multiple clocks hanging on my wall in the garage that I want in different places.
That's cool.
It's kind of it's different.
I bought a clock up at our car show. I don't know if you saw it or not.
Cadillac.
That was neat. I thought no one bid on it.
Yep.
I like the clocks too. The neon lights up your garage.
Right.
Your case could be a hearse.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to tell you, let me tell you, in case you guys don't know this too, where to get good man cave items like that, Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has all kinds of metal signs, lights, and this week, I think every other week, they're like 50% off.
Wow.
So if you go 1 week and they're not 50% off, wait, go back the next week. Lots of really, really, really cool man cave stuff at Hobby Lobby.
I never knew that. I never would have thought you would find that in Hobby Lobby.
Well, I was there this last week with my daughter. We were in Chillicothe looking around and stuff, and I like stopping in there because actually I needed to get a head for a prop, for a Halloween prop, and they have those styrofoam heads. So we stopped in there and I started looking around. I mean, they have all sporting stuff, but they have all kinds of neat car stuff. All kinds of neat car signs for for your garage. What's the farthest you guys have ever went for a car show or cruise in?
The furthest I went was the Corvette convention in Orlando, Florida.
Wow.
That was a while back. That was a neat convention. They had all kinds of entertainment, wet t-shirt contests. They had music.
Were you in that?
I wasn't in the wet t-shirt contest, no.
Just messing with you, just messing with you.
It was a fun time. It was a week.
Sounds like a lot of fun. What about you, Ward?
I think just been northern Ohio, been to Cincinnati, went up to around Tiffin.
Yeah.
But as far as out of state, I've never been to one out of state yet. But I keep seeing, I think is it Somerset, Kentucky?
Somerset has cool ones, yeah. And I think they have one that just features that. Each time they have it once. It's in the show and shine in the front of that, and each month they salute a different car, I think. But I mean, everybody can go.
It's a big cruise in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Somerset. And, yeah, there's some people that's been coming. They live down near Somerset.
I think they were up.
They're on the last. Well, no, they didn't come there. They were up here at the Wilmington thing. They're on my last show, and they'll be in Kentucky. They live in Kentucky. They'll be in Kentucky one week. North Carolina the next week, Tennessee, Indiana. They're coming up to this one. They're coming up to this one this week.
Okay.
Yeah, they're really, really neat people. Good. Bobby and Trish, yeah, they're on the show last time, and they've got like 5 or 6 cars. So whichever one they haven't driven in a while, just grab it and go. So they're really, really neat people. I've been to, like I said, Chicago. I've been to Louisville a couple of times. Went to, I don't think I actually took a car there. I just went there. I went up to the Syracuse Nationals when the Street Ride Nationals were in Syracuse. I actually helped Jim out one year doing something. Okay. I can't remember what we did. Did something in Mopar country.
Yeah. So. I've been to a lot of shows, but not with cars. I've attended some, like Louisville, went down there, but I've never taken a car to there. So.
You're a big country music guy too, aren't you? I mean,
yes, I am.
I tell you what, every other week he's got his picture, his wife's picture with some different country music star.
Well, we've been since 1994. Every year went to Nashville, went backstage, hung in the Opry from like 6 o'clock to midnight, and we've done that for years. So
that's cool.
He'll tell us real well, and been down to his place in Ocala, Florida, and we just love country music. We've got to know a lot of people. So
who's a couple of the neatest people you've ever met in the country music world?
Oh gosh, I mean, good old Jimmy Brown, little Jimmy Dickens. We met them back there.
Cool.
They're all gone. There's. Vince Gill's there every time we were there. We're in the dressing room with him. My wife's got a picture in the dressing room.
I like Vince Gill. He's good.
Kevin Costner was back there, my wife.
Really?
So we met a lot of people backstage. We've been on Mel Tillis's bus, and
that's really neat.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Country music and hot rods. How much better can it get?
Exactly. Yep, you're right.
You know what I liked when I was in the Corvette Club? It was always neat when you went to an event and there'd be 20 cars going down the road, and you'd have CBs and you'd hear people talking.
Yep.
I like this car or that one. It just looked neat. And hanging out and eating dinner and spending the night in a motel, breakfast in the morning. Yep. Just a fun time.
The camaraderie. That's one thing about street riding and doing the old car stuff is, we all see each other's car every week. But we do it not just for the cars. We do it because we want to see each other and see how everybody's doing.
Yep.
And it's a real neat relationship. And by getting to know, like what other people do, it can help you networking-wise, too. Because like Ed, he sells houses. Lonnie's a banker.
Yep.
I just DJ, so, school teacher, but that doesn't really help you networking. But it is what it is.
Yep.
Well, you meet a lot of neat people. You develop friendships that last for a long time, and it's good, clean fun.
But all the years I've been in it, probably 20 now, just like going to the shows, I still see the same people at different shows.
Yep.
So they're still doing it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, some of these people you may not see in 20 years, and they pop up.
Yep, they do.
It's nice.
Yep.
I tell you what, there are so many cars out there anymore. It's like we had 80 cars, Sabina the other day, and I can think of probably 25 to 30 just within 2 or 3 minutes that I was surprised wasn't there,
There's so many shows going on too, so
I know.
They're spread out pretty thin all over, but that you still had Saturday was a great show. Weather was perfect.
Yeah, I was pleased with it because out of all the shows I've DJ'd this year, that was probably the second largest. The biggest one was Banana Split Festival.
Yeah.
So, which it was a nice show and cruise in. But
well, the memories of Sabina, one show wasn't very good for me there. I pulled in my Monte Carlo, just got the car done, had the Cool Flex chrome radiator hose on it, and the timing had slipped on me a little bit, so it started running hot when I pulled in. As I shut it off, it built up pressure and it blew that hose off, and there was a guy standing in front of my car that scalded him. We had to get the ice bucket out to ice him down. We thought I was going to blister him, but just like there was no kids around there because it'd been head high. But that Cool Flex came off under pressure, and
wow,
that was at Sabina Park.
That's scary.
Yes, it was.
That is scary. Scary. Any car shows you're looking forward to that's coming up the end of the season here?
One, that would be the Pumpkin Run.
Yep.
3,000 cars or so go there.
You're too new though, aren't you?
Yeah, my car won't be in it, but I enjoy going through there and looking at the other cars, and you always see something maybe you want to buy. It's a good
You could
time.
be looking for your vet there, maybe. Right? Because it
Could be. I'm probably too specific for what I want. It'll probably take a while to find it.
That's where you got to kind of look at the price there too. If somebody's got something close that you can live with, and it's $7,000-$10,000 less money,
That's true, but when you get in the older Corvettes, I think you're probably ahead if you just buy one already put together than to spend a lot of time working on it and throwing another $30,000 in it or so.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true.
Well, they say mine, the guy put about $10,000 in extras on it, which I'm sure when he traded in, he didn't get that money back.
Sure.
But it benefited me when I bought it because it's already done.
Right, yeah, exactly. Well, I know enough not to work on mine. Or do it. If I need something done, I always let somebody else work on it. But you guys, I tell you, that's one thing I like about the hearses, because I give like a tenth of, or not even a tenth, probably a 20th of what you guys pay for your vets. I get in the hearse, so. But they're cool. I tell you what, you were talking about like going down the road a few minutes ago, and I've said this before on here, but one of the coolest things, last time we went up to Candy's up in Ashland. We're going up there, and there's this cat who's got his phone like this, and he's trying to be nonchalant about it, and he's recording this. He's recording the hearse. Then they go up, they let us pass him, then you see him on the other side.
Yeah.
He's trying to be real nonchalant. Then they did it again, and then finally just waves at thanks, thumbs up. It's like, it was funnier than heck. Has that ever happened to you guys, or you just like?
Oh yeah. I think what would be nice is a bunch of these hot rods going down the road and your hearse behind them.
I could carry all the tools for everybody.
You could take some people who need to go to the hospital also.
That's one thing the bikers have that we don't have a lot of, and the bikers do all those poker runs because they want to ride. They don't want to sit there and look at the bike all day. Right. And we did earlier in the year we did a gumball rally, which was a lot of fun, and it was kind of like a poker. It was a poker run. It was neat, and I'm like, that was fun when you have like 4 or 5 or more cars going down the road.
That's what they've done in Washington Court. There's I think it was 4 or 5 of us. They called me one day and said, "Hey, you want to go down to the winery down right there by Wilmington?"
Mario,
Yeah, we all the
Corvettes,
all the Corvettes went down there, and we fixed our sakes, and we got in the car and came back. So it was a nice little run down, had a meal, and that's what makes it fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
That's the kind of stuff I enjoy. It's not, I don't know, it's hanging out with the people, doing stuff like that, traveling together.
Well, it's just like this tonight. I mean, the cameras on, the whole microphones, it's the same. It's the same thing. One thing, this show is kind of unique because it's not it's not a sports show necessarily. It talks about sport, but it talks about the enjoyment, and hopefully for people that maybe aren't into cars that much, you're starting to go inside look at it. And seriously, you can get into doing this sport, going to free cruise-ins or car shows. You can pick you up an old car. Most of these car shows are open to anything on wheels, and you could seriously, just depending on what you want, you can pick up a lot of cars for under $5,000.
Yep.
I mean, and obviously a lot more the higher you go, but I mean, you can even pick them up for under $3,000, depending on what it is, that you can take to car shows.
Yeah, you don't have to have a show car to be in a car show.
Right.
You go there for the camaraderie, as he's saying, and have a good time with people that think alike. You know, it's
or the uniqueness of it. It's like mine's not a big show car. It's not going to win a bunch of trophies, but how many flame horses do you see?
right.
You know, and that's what makes it cool, and people enjoy it.
Like the rat rods.
Yeah,
There's nothing fancy about those, but they win trophies and have a good time.
I love those rat rods. I think they're cool as heck.
Yep.
I do. We had two new cars out here tonight too. Hadn't been here. The 307 68 Camaro, that orange one, and then a guy with a what was that 59 Chevy truck. I'm not sure
Yeah, I'm not sure what year that was either.
A new truck. Guys just purchased them here recently, and
Bought it from Florida, had it shipped in.
yeah, he had sold one. He had a Chevelle that he'd sold, and then bought this truck from Florida. It's kind of neat. It's the current month magazine for whatever county that was down there. It's got a picture of the truck on the cover of the magazine.
Wow.
It's pretty neat. Well, guys, I tell you what, I appreciate you coming on. Hopefully you guys had fun.
Oh, most definitely.
And hopefully you guys learned a little bit more about vets tonight. I know I did a little bit, because just the different years, more desirable years, and found out split windows are only 63. And all these L's mean different years.
Yeah.
You know, I've got a Z06, and I think the first year for the Z06 was a 63 split window. That's an expensive car today.
Yeah.
And then they made it that one year, and then the next time they made it was like 2001. So there's a long stretch that they didn't make that Z06.
I'll tell you, I like split windows. I just think they're the coolest. So
They're a $100,000 car.
are they right now? Really?
Yeah.
Well, the Z06 got a look of their own. I mean, I can always spot a Z06 by looking at it, because they got the hard top, and down by the front of the back wheel, they always got like a plate there.
Air intake.
So it's always something different. Yeah.
It's an air what?
It's air intake to cool the brakes.
Or the motors.
Oh, really? Well, I'll tell you, both these guys, I'll post pictures on Facebook of both their cars, so you guys can check them out. And especially when we get ready to post the show, I'll throw them up there. Don't forget, you can now watch Keep Calm and Chaz on YouTube. All the episodes are up. And if you're going there for the first time, you're going to say, well, heck, nobody watches this show. We just threw it up on YouTube. If you go to talktv.us, you can actually see how many people have been watching the shows. And we've actually had one show that's up to about 1,300 people that's watched it. And you may know the guys who are on it. You ever hear of the Blind Boys of Alabama? It's a Christian, it's a gospel group. They've performed for 3 presidents, performed all over the world. They're doing a concert right outside of Wilmington here. Just luckily happened to catch one of them, did an interview with him.
My goodness.
Yeah, 1,300. If you get a chance, check it out. Because he's the first, 15, 20 minutes.
Great, we sure will.
Yeah, Grammy Award-winning Blind Boys of Alabama. So, guys, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank
Let you make
Thanks
that
for
long
having
trip
us.
back to Washington Courthouse and back to, what do we call that place you live out there? It's not South, but what is that?
I live here in Wilmington, Country Oaks.
Country Oaks. I knew there was I want to say Southridge. I knew that was wrong. Rick, you want to come on and say anything a little bit about Campus Nation? Rick's going to come on for a few minutes. And thanks a lot, guys. See, that wasn't that bad, was it?
No, I just, I like
You brought it in fine. Like I said, you didn't make me look as bad with my Trump shirt on. Hopefully everybody likes my Trump shirt. I feel like I had to support the Trumpster a little bit this week. He sounds a little defeated in his speeches. Trump needs help, and I'm trying to help him. There you go. Vote Trump. Vote Trump. All you Hillary car guys, sorry, but vote Trump. And that was Lonnie Hunt and Ed Taylor talking about Corvettes, and they got two beautiful ones. And we got the leader here of TalkTV.us, and also the main reason I didn't come up is because Campus Nation is about ready to go high gear again. So if you like high school sports, he's going to tell you what we do.
Right, and of course, Campus Nation, we started about 3 years ago. Primarily, what we've done over the past 2 years is Wilmington and Clinton County and really Southwest Ohio sports teams. We follow the Hurricane. We've done your school there at McLean.
Greenfield, the Tigers.
That's right. And of course, we've covered all the schools in the SCOL, which is the league that Wilmington is in. We also do Wilmington College sports. And once again, this year, for the third straight year, we'll be doing Wilmington football, Wilmington basketball, both the men and the women. And then on Campus Nation, our first broadcast will be this next Tuesday night from Beaver Creek High School. Wilmington's tennis team, their girls' tennis team, will be facing the Beaver Creek Beavers. Beaver Creek is a new team that we've added that we'll be following as well. So we'll be doing a lot of the G-Walk teams, the teams from the league that Beaver Creek is in particular the conference and the division that Beaver Creek is in includes Wayne High School and Centerville High School, Springfield High School, and Fairmont High School.
Is Vandalia Butler in that one too?
Butler is in the G-Walk, but not in the conference.
Okay.
Now, Wilmington, as far as football, their first game, they will be hosting Miami Trace, and then they will be playing the next game, Vandalia Butler. But Beaver Creek...
First games against Miami Trace, Wilmington?
Or not Miami Trace, Virginia, probably. No, Little Miami. Little Miami is the first game. Miami Trace later in the year. But we will be doing Beaver Creek's game with Xenia, their arch rival. That'll be the first game of our season for this football sports season, and we'll probably be streaming that live. We don't normally do that with football because we can't, because Time Warner has a contract with the Ohio High School Athletic Association. So Friday night games we can't stream live, but Beaver Creek with Xenia will be a Thursday night game. It'll also be on Channel 45 and Channel 22 in Dayton, and we'll be streaming it on Campus Nation Live. That'll be a Thursday night game. It starts at 6:30 with our pregame. Game will get underway at 7 o'clock. So we have a lot of athletics coming up. This will be our first year to do girls volleyball in the fall season, and of course we'll be doing some girls tennis with that Wilmington Beaver Creek first game, first match, and we're going to be doing we'll try to touch on some of the golf teams. We have both boys and girls golf. We won't be able to actually go out on the links, but we can interview the teams like we did the bowling teams this past season. We'll also do the same thing with boys and girls cross country. Once again, we'll not be out there running with them. We'll get Charlie to do that if we were going to with a wireless microphone.
In a little golf cart, maybe.
That's right. So primarily, we will be doing the fall sports, and of course, we'll have boys and girls soccer, and that will be another interesting sport that we have not covered in the past, but we will be doing. So we look to a lot of exciting new events here in the fall sports season.
Fun.
Starting next Tuesday with that match between Wilmington's girls and Beaver Creek's girls. So tune in. That's campusnation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports.
You're going to do live audio on those and delayed video.
Live audio and delayed video on most everything that we do. And like I said, we're going to try to stream live the Beaver Creek Xenia game. And then Beaver Creek does a game later in the season between Springboro and Beaver Creek. Once again at Beaver Creek.
That's on a Thursday also.
That'll be on a Thursday night.
I might be able to help you with that one. The first one I'll be here DJ to cruise in, but the one later on I might be able to help you.
Right. So we look forward to the new season, and of course Charlie does a lot of our Wilmington College sports, particularly in the basketball season. But you might be able to help us out, once band is over with the football season.
Yes.
Or maybe do some other things that are occurring on days other than Friday night.
Yep. It should be fun. I'll tell you what. Check it out, and you can go right now to Campus Nation and check out games that we've done in the past.
That's right.
So,
Campus Nation, and also on YouTube. Not last year's sports, but everything that's on campusnation.com is in very high HD video. So you can watch it on your television, you can watch it on your laptop, and you can expand the screen to full screen and still get very good quality video. Unlike a lot of the stuff that you find on YouTube, our video is excellent.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, it should be fun. We're looking forward to it, and I'm sure we'll be talking more about this later because you can always feel free to preview, like if there's big games coming up, we can preview them on here too.
Absolutely true. And if anybody is out there and they have any sports background, male, female, doesn't matter, if you're interested in maybe learning or doing some camera work or some sports broadcasting, if you know how to do some play-by-play or color, maybe you don't know but you'd like to learn, we are looking for people to help us with our crews. We do games as simulcasts. So as an example, on a Friday night football, we may be doing 2 games at the same time, so we need double the crews. We're always looking for people that are knowledgeable in the sports area, and they can help us with our broadcasts. Right. No, Charlie, this year we're going to cut that out.
We're going to step up to fishes this year. Inside joke, folks. Inside joke. But anyhow, check it out. It's pretty neat. And it's pretty neat we got this locally. A lot of communities don't have this kind of availability to the local sports. And, especially those of you who can't get out that much, perfect way to follow, possibly your grandkids or your kids or, just some people that you want to follow without leaving the comfort of your home. So, check them out on Campus Nation. Don't forget to keep calm and Chaz on, and don't forget, life's too short to drive boring cars. Look out for Mansfield and look out for Ashland, our next 2 shows after this, because they're going to be pretty cool.